Welcome to Star Bios, the podcast where we delve into the fascinating lives of Hollywood's most iconic stars. I'm your host, Casey Gold, and today we're shining the spotlight on the incomparable Joan Crawford. With a career spanning over 5 decades, Joan Crawford is a name synonymous with old-school Hollywood glamour, fierce determination, and unforgettable performances. From her early days as a flapper girl to her rise as a cinematic legend, Joan's life was a true rags-to-riches story that continues to captivate audiences to this day. Born Lucille Lesueur on March 23, 1904, in San Antonio, Texas, Joan Crawford was the youngest of 3 children to Thomas and Annabelle Lesueur. Her early life was marked by financial struggles, with her father working as a laborer and her mother taking on various jobs to make ends meet. The family's nomadic lifestyle took them from Texas to Oklahoma, and finally to Kansas City, Missouri, where Joan spent most of her childhood. Growing up in Kansas City, Joan attended the Scarborough School, a private Catholic institution that instilled in her a strong sense of discipline and responsibility. Her early education was marked by a passion for performance, with Joan often putting on makeshift shows for her family and friends. According to Joan's own accounts, she was a shy and introverted child who found solace in the world of make-believe. She spent hours playing dress-up, using her mother's old clothes and fabric scraps to create elaborate costumes. The Crawford family's financial struggles were a constant presence in Joan's early life. Her mother worked multiple jobs, including stints as a laundress, a waitress, and a shop girl, to provide for the family. Despite these efforts, the family often struggled to put food on the table, relying on the charity of neighbors and local churches to get by. These experiences would later inform Joan's own philanthropic efforts, as she became a vocal advocate for social justice and women's rights. Joan's relationship with her mother was complex and multifaceted. Annabelle was a demanding parent who pushed Joan to succeed, often at the expense of her own happiness. According to sources close to the family, Joan's mother was fiercely critical, frequently belittling her daughter's appearance and abilities. Despite these challenges, Joan adored her mother, later crediting her with instilling in her the drive and determination that would propel her to stardom. As a young girl, Joan was fascinated by the world of entertainment, often sneaking into the local Nickelodeon to watch silent films starring Charlie Chaplin and Mary Pickford. These early experiences sparked a passion for performance that would stay with Joan throughout her life. She began taking dance lessons at the age of 12, studying under the tutelage of a local instructor who recognized her natural talent. The historical context of Joan's early years was marked by significant social change. The early 20th century saw the rise of feminism, with women like Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Cady Stanton fighting for equal rights and suffrage. The entertainment industry was also undergoing a transformation, with the advent of silent films and the emergence of Hollywood as a major cinematic hub. As we explore Joan's early life, it becomes clear that her experiences were shaped by the people and events surrounding her. From her parents' struggles to make ends meet to her own passion for performance, Joan's formative years laid the groundwork for her future success. As a young woman, Joan's determination and passion for performance led her to pursue a career in dance. She began performing in local theater productions and eventually landed a spot in a traveling revue, which took her to New York City. It was there that she caught the attention of MGM scouts, who offered her a screen test in 1925. Joan's charisma and talent shone through, and she soon signed with the studio, changing her name from Lucille Lesueur to Joan Crawford. Joan's early years at MGM were marked by a series of small roles and bit parts, but she quickly proved herself to be a talented and dedicated actress. Her breakthrough came in 1928 with the film Our Dancing Daughters, which showcased her dancing abilities and charming on-screen presence. The movie was a massive success, and Joan became an overnight sensation, hailed as the flapper girl of Hollywood. Throughout the 1920s and 1930s, Joan continued to build her reputation as a talented and versatile actress, starring in films like The Unknown and Grand Hotel. Her performances were marked by a unique blend of vulnerability and strength, which resonated with audiences and critics alike. Joan's personal life was also making headlines, with high-profile marriages to actors Douglas Fairbanks Jr. and French Otone. One of the pivotal moments in Joan's career came when she took on the role of Letty Linton in the 1932 film of the same name. The movie was a major success, and Joan's performance earned her critical acclaim and a newfound respect within the industry. This role marked a turning point in her career, as she began to take on more mature and complex characters. The 1940s saw Joan reach new heights of stardom, with iconic performances in films like Mildred Pierce and Humoresque. Her portrayal of Mildred Pierce, a struggling single mother, earned her an Academy Award for Best Actress and cemented her status as one of Hollywood's leading ladies. These roles not only showcased Joan's incredible range, but also demonstrated her ability to connect with audiences on a deeper level. Joan's success was not limited to her film work. She was also a savvy businesswoman and philanthropist. She was one of the first actresses to negotiate a lucrative contract with MGM, which gave her creative control over her projects and a significant salary increase. Joan was also an ardent supporter of social justice causes, particularly women's rights and children's welfare. As we explore Joan's remarkable achievements, it becomes clear that her success was not solely due to her talent, but also her unwavering determination and perseverance. From her humble beginnings to her rise as a cinematic legend, Joan Crawford's story is a testament to the power of hard work and dedication. As the studio system began to decline, Joan found herself facing new challenges in the film industry. The rise of new talent and the shift towards more realistic, method acting styles made it difficult for established stars like Joan to adapt. However, she proved to be a resilient and resourceful actress, taking on roles that showcased her versatility and range. One notable example is her performance in the 1962 film, Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, where she starred alongside Bette Davis in a psychological thriller that explored the complexities of sisterly relationships. The 1960s also saw Joan becoming increasingly involved in television, with appearances on shows like The Lucy Show and The Man from UNCLA. She was one of the first major film stars to make the transition to television, paving the way for future generations of actresses. This move not only allowed her to reach a new audience, but also demonstrated her willingness to evolve and adapt in an ever-changing industry. Joan's personal life during this period was marked by struggles with addiction and health issues. She had become dependent on prescription medications and struggled with alcoholism, which took a toll on her relationships and overall well-being. Despite these challenges, Joan continued to work tirelessly, using her platform to raise awareness about social causes and support charitable organizations. One of the most significant events in Joan's later life was her appointment as a brand ambassador for Pepsi-Cola in 1955. This role not only provided her with a steady income, but also allowed her to maintain a level of visibility and relevance in popular culture. Joan became an iconic figure in advertising, appearing in numerous commercials and print ads for the company. As we explore the later years of Joan Crawford's life, it becomes clear that she was a true Hollywood legend, whose impact extended far beyond her film work. Her legacy continues to inspire new generations of actors, filmmakers, and entrepreneurs who admire her resilience, determination, and unwavering passion for her craft. As Joan herself once said, "I think the most important thing a woman can have, next to talent, of course, is her hairdresser." As we conclude our journey through the life of Joan Crawford, it's evident that her story is one of triumph, perseverance, and dedication. From her humble beginnings to her rise as a cinematic legend, Joan left an indelible mark on Hollywood and popular culture. Her legacy serves as a testament to the power of hard work, determination, and a willingness to adapt in an ever-changing world. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the fascinating life of Joan Crawford. That's all for today's Star Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Casey Gold reminding you to keep shooting for the stars.